What is going on, guys? So I got recently tagged and I didn't realize it because YouTube doesn't really notify me with certain things. YouTube has to do better. It has to do better with notifying me on comments, on mentions and things like that. Because it doesn't let me know. And it takes for me to really go in and digging around to find out if someone to reply to a video or mention me. So I was tagged by Pam Jordan from the Pam fam, and she tagged me in a fragrance tag that says name 5 feel good fragrances, the top 5 feel good fragrances. So I got 5 fragrances here, and they were pretty easy to find. These are fragrances that I love to put on for various reasons, and they definitely give me that feel good feeling. I always think of something bright, something vibrant, something uplifting that I consider to be feel good fragrance. So let's go ahead and get to it. First and foremost, without any hesitation, my very first fragrance will be Cedroit Bois Mansera. I mean, I've been killing this juice so far. Love this fragrance. You're gonna get cedarwood, black currant. I think you may pick up some vanilla in here. There may be some jasmine. This is bomb. Love this fragrance. The reason is this is a feel good fragrance for me is because I get complimented a lot. There are a lot of people who don't live for compliments. They I wear it for me and me only. I'm not that guy. I like to put on a fragrance so that I can smell good, so that other people can notice it. So that way I can be like, oh, the name of this fragrance, Cedroit Bois. I've never heard of that. Now you're putting somebody on game. You're putting somebody on to some new information. But if I'm only wearing it for me, then what good is that gonna do for anybody else? So I wear fragrances, well, to smell good, but I wear for the compliment. Like that's what I'm here for. And this thing draws a lot of compliments. And it's one of those fragrances where when I put it on, I know that I smell good. You sometimes you'll put a fragrance on, it smells nice, but you don't know what it's doing with your skin chemistry. You don't know how others may perceive that same fragrance. You're just a little unsure of how it's being perceived by others. Sometimes you're a little unsure on how you perceive. That is one of those fragrances that I have no question. I know that when I put that fragrance on, I smell great. It lasts a long time. Price on it was maybe about 150, 170 or something like that. Excellent fragrance. Number two, I'm gonna go with the house that I wear a lot, that I talk about a lot, mention a lot, that I've worked with a lot. This particular house, Sensual Obsessions. Love this house. And the name of this one is one that I recently covered, Angelic Effect. Angelic Effect is the combination of um, Elysium and Side Effect by Anisi. Beautiful. It comes off sweet, musky, light, dense, kind of airy. You got some spices in there, but it doesn't come off spicy. It doesn't come off spiced. It just comes off really airy, smooth, sweet, flowing scent. I can't really even describe it. Ah, man. The sweetness is there, and it is a lot of sweetness, but some kind of way it manages to stay away. It still manages to stay away from becoming too sweet. When you smell it out of the bottle, it gives you the impression like, oh, this is gonna possibly be. And then you spray it on, and it's balanced, yo. You're getting freshness. You're getting this vibrant, lifting, airy, sweet, musky. You're getting coffee in here a little bit. it's just, this is just one of those feel good fragrances. Angelic effect, sensual obsession. I highly suggest you check this out. Beautiful colored juice on there as well, just to match the beautiful fragrance. You're gonna get a lot of different facets. Like I said, everything that I just named, and it just seemed like it's such a changing, moving scent without it getting too lost or uh, not knowing what direction it needs to go in. It's a great fragrance. Third, we are gonna go with, I'm gonna holler at my boy Rick Haven with Bare Fruit Volume 1. This gem right here he came out with, and I couldn't wait to pick. I picked this bad boy up when he first released it. I want to say it may be on some sort of a sale at the moment. But when I bought this bottle was 115. Man, it is just bright, vibrant, zing, just zesty. Oh man, it's just bright, zesty, tangy. It has like this little bit of a peppery vibe too. So that peppery, bright, tangy, slightly green herbaceous vibe kind of comes off like a cannabis, right? The way it all sort of meshes together. And I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, did you add a cannabis note in here? It's really nice." And he was just like, "Nah." He said, "Nah, there is black pepper, so you might be catching some of that and some of the fruitier accords going along with it, and that may be coming off as cannabis note." But it's smooth. Like I said, you're gonna get tangy, zesty, uh, herbaceous, a little bit of a peppery vibe. Sweetness is gonna be there. Um, Freshness is gonna be there. And you get like a little bit of a woodiness too. There's a little bit of a woody vibe here. I don't know exactly which wood, but I get like a little bit of like this woodiness in there as well. Once again, Bare Fruit, Volume 1 by Breakhaven. Stuff is good. Nice, beautiful, dark gold sort of juice on here. And like the matte, kind of got like that matte sort of frosted bottle. Really nice. Presentation on this is right. So what's up for fourth? And none of these are in any particular order or anything like that. These are just the five feel good. I'm gonna save this one for last. I'm gonna go with this bad boy. This, I ended up picking this up from Aroma Concepts, and this is titled Pure Accent. This is their variation of, you probably guessed it already, Herba Pure by Zerjov. I want to say it's Zerjov or the Sapiro or something like that. Got the heavy gold cap that definitely bites on Zerjov. But when I smell this, I get a super fresh, light, super fresh, light, great atomizer. Really great. Mm. I get like this super sweet, fresh, light, kind of cool melon. And I love it because it's not real heavy. It's just super refreshing, almost thirst quenching way it's refreshing. Got like this nice cooling vibe without the use of mint. I don't think there's any mint in here. When I spray it, I just get like this mist, like this vibe of like a ocean mist, sea mist hitting you. I get like a subtle cool and cold sweetness from like what feels like a melon, watermelon kind of a vibe. That comes in along with it. It's just a really good scent that is something that I don't have to take serious, something that I don't have to be in a super serious mood for. I just literally want something fresh out of the shower that's just super fresh, but it's not sharp. It's cooling, got a little bit of a sweetness, just thirst quench. And that's exactly what this is, yo. This smells like a cold watermelon tea almost. Like it's just so clean, cool, not really crisp because it's not sharp. It's just really chill. Pure Zen. I love it. Like I said, summer morning, summer evening. You know what I mean? You driving, windows down. You got some of that on, white t-shirt. Perfect. Creates the perfect vibe. And number five, fifth feel good fragrance. This one is coming from the house Genre Parfums, based out of Louisiana. Play Devin, aka at Dev Don't Miss. Ramsey, Run After My Car. Eau de Parfum, 1.7 ounce. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, just look at that. That's just gorgeous. That's a fragrance that I want sitting right next to my little fireplace over here. It's just gorgeous. And not only is the presentation gorgeous, but when you pop that top, fun don't stop. Mm. What is happening right now? You're gonna get something that's very green. You're going to get something with a nice vibrant tang. And I noticed that with most of these five feel good fragrances, that's like a common theme is that vibrant and that tang, that slight pepperiness, that spaciousness, that is uplifting, that is um sort of awakening. That's a common theme that I have with my five feel good fragrances, and this has it too. You're gonna get this green, herbaceous, lightly peppery, zesty, musky, bright, it's kind of sharp, has the nerve to have just a little bit of creaminess to it. There's so many things happening with it, and it's all lovely. You know, this is a really good fragrance. I'm gonna try a little bit on the wrist, spray it on the wrist. Mm. Then you're gonna get something in here that smells like a sweet and sour melon taffy, like a tangy berry. It comes off like it's something in there that's just really nice, really enjoyable, and it's super bright. It's tangy, sweetness, herbaceousness in there. It's full. It's got this sweet and sour vibe going on. So many things happening. This just smells peculiar, but in like the best way. Ramsey, Run After My Car. And this is by Genre Parfum, aka Dev Don't Miss. Uh, love these fragrances, and it's important to have that in your collection. There may be some days where you wake up out of the bed and it's time to go to work, time to get the kids dressed, it's time to meet deadlines, it's time to meet quotas, and you're just not really feeling it. Um, that coffee, your morning coffee, just didn't quite cut it. That morning breakfast or your routine, whatever affirmation that you may have written down for yourself, just isn't quite cutting it. And sometimes you just need to find the right way to spray and get into your day. Sometimes putting on the wrong fragrance. And I believe this. You put the wrong fragrance on, it just don't give you the vibe that you need. You put the wrong fragrance on, it smells great, but it's not providing you with it. And it's just something so right about picking the right fragrance. What I used to do, what I used to implement was a spin wheel, and I might bring that back up for the winter fragrances. But the spin wheel was amazing because I had about 170 fragrances that were just summertime and springtime fragrances. That was it. They weren't winter, they weren't fall, they weren't warm, amber, none of that. It was all just fresh, vibrant summer and spring scent. And so I would wake up, I would click a little spin button, spin wheel, I'll record it with my phone, and every day it would be up to the wheel. And it was like an adventure almost. It felt fresh, it felt new, and it gave me a chance to revisit some fragrances that I normally wouldn't reach for on my own. You get stuck in those few favorites. Be hard for us to really reach behind it, deep on them shelves, deep in the back on them cabinet shelves. Sometimes it get hard, reach back there and pull out something that may not necessarily suit your fancy, or you know may not necessarily be a favorite of yours. Uh, but doing that, it definitely gave me that feel good factor about all of my fragrances. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what fragrance was going to be picked. And so when one was picked, it was exciting. You know what I mean? It was exciting to give fragrances a chance that I weren't giving a chance. That is it for this video, you guys. I ain't going to sit here and talk, you guys. Thank you, Pam Jordan over at the Pam Fam, for tagging me in this. I apologize that it took me long to even see the mention. You guys know that I don't really be trying to take too long to record a video. So if I would have saw this when you mentioned it, I would have been had this up. But thank you again, once again, for tagging me in this dope fragrance tag. And yeah, man, that is it. That's it for this video, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.